Lucy was 19 when she met John. She was the daughter of a poor farmer in Enugu, a shy girl with bright eyes that carried sadness, like a river hiding beneath the quiet earth. John was 26, a teacher in the small community school. He was known for his calm nature, his patience, and his gentle way of speaking. Many called him the preacher who never preached, because his life seemed like a quiet sermon. Their first meeting was accidental. It was on a rainy afternoon. Lucy had gone to fetch water from the village well. Her clay pot was too heavy for her to carry back. Her thin arms trembled, and her feet slipped on the muddy path. John appeared suddenly. Without a word, he held the pot with her. Together, they carried it back to her compound. When they arrived, Lucy whispered, "Thank you, sir." John only smiled. Then, for the first time, she looked into his eyes. There was something she saw there, something that frightened her and warmed her at the same time. It was the beginning of a story. Weeks passed. Lucy would often see John in the evenings, walking home with his books. She admired him from a distance. He was unlike the other men in the village who drank palm wine till night and shouted at women. John was different. He carried silence like a crown. One day, after church service, John found Lucy standing by herself under the mango tree. "Lucy," he called gently. She turned, surprised. "Yes, sir." "Don't call me sir," he said. "I am John. Just John." That was the first time she laughed. It was not a loud laugh, but the kind that breaks the shell of shyness. From that day, their friendship began. They would sit under the tree in the evenings, talking about simple things, rain, the river, the stars. But beneath every word was an unspoken truth. They were falling in love. And love, when pure, carries both beauty and pain. One evening, John told Lucy, "You are different." "In what way?" she asked, her cheeks red. "You carry silence like me. But your silence is heavy, Lucy. It is full of secrets." She lowered her eyes. "Everyone carries secrets. But yours," John whispered, "yours feels like a wound." Tears gathered in her eyes. She turned away, but he gently held her hand. It was the first time their hands touched. The power of that embrace shook them both. In that moment, John felt she was more than just a girl. She was the virgin of his heart, untouched not just in body, but in spirit. He knew then that he was bound to her. Love never grows without sacrifice. Lucy's father discovered their closeness. He was a stern man, hardened by poverty. He wanted Lucy to marry a wealthy trader from the neighboring town. "John is poor," he told her. "What will a teacher give you?" "Books." Love cannot cook soup. But Lucy's heart was already tied to John. When she refused, her father beat her. She endured the pain, but in her tears she whispered to herself, "Love is stronger than bruises." John, too, was warned by the elders. They told him, "Do not waste time with a farmer's daughter. Find someone from the city who will help your career." But John shook his head. "My heart has chosen." Time moved, but life grew harder. John's small salary could barely feed him. Lucy's father became more violent in forcing her to accept the rich trader. One night, Lucy ran from her father's house and came to John's hut. She was crying, her face swollen. "Take me away," she begged. "Even if we die in hunger, I would rather die in your arms." John's chest tightened with both love and sorrow. He embraced her, but his voice was steady. "No, Lucy. Love is not escape. Love is sacrifice. You must return home. I will fight for us. But we cannot run." Lucy wept harder, but she obeyed. That night, John wrote in his diary, "She is my heart's virgin, but the world wants to steal her. I must fight, even if I lose." There are times when words fail, and only an embrace speaks. Months later, Lucy's father fell sick. The rich trader abandoned his proposal. Poverty deepened in their home. John, though struggling himself, began to secretly bring food and medicine to Lucy's family. He never told her father it was from him. When the man recovered, he discovered the truth. Shame broke his pride. One evening, he called Lucy and said, "If John still wants you, I will not stop him. A man who feeds even his enemy is not poor. He is rich in heart." Lucy cried. She ran to John and told him everything. He held her tightly. That embrace was not just love. It was victory. The village prepared for their marriage. Everyone spoke of Lucy and John as the true reflection of love. But fate is cruel. On the morning of their traditional wedding, John complained of weakness. By evening, his body burned with fever. The sickness spread fast. Within 3 days, he could not stand. Lucy never left his side. She wiped his sweat, held his hand, and whispered, "You promised we would fight. Don't leave me." But John only smiled weakly. "Lucy," he said, "love is not always about holding. Sometimes, love is about letting go. If my death will make you stronger, then let me go." "No," she cried. "You are the only reason I breathe." His hand trembled in hers. "Then breathe for me. Live for me. Carry my love in your heart. You are forever the virgin of my heart." That night, John died in her arms. The village mourned. Lucy's cries shook the earth. She refused to eat for days. She sat by his grave and spoke to him as if he were still alive. "John, you promised to teach me how to read the stars. Who will teach me now? You promised to call my name in the morning. Who will call me now?" Her pain was a wound that words could not heal. But slowly, time began to move again. Lucy remembered John's last words, "Breathe for me. Live for me." So she returned to school. She learned to read. She even began to teach little children, the way John once taught. Every evening, she would sit under the mango tree where their love began. She would close her eyes and feel his invisible embrace. And though her tears never fully dried, she carried his love as a seed in her heart. Years later, Lucy grew into a woman respected in her community. She never married. People whispered, but she only smiled. Her heart was already married, to John, to his memory, to his sacrifice. One night, she stood by his grave and whispered, "You never left, John. You live here." She touched her chest. "In the virgin of your heart, I remain." The moon shone down, and she felt the warmth of an unseen embrace. Love had conquered pain. Sacrifice had birthed strength. And the power of embrace had written a story no death could erase.